Hey, what's up? Welcome to Project Beats. Today I'll talk about what I think is the best combination bass drum patch and beater for your EDrum setup if you're using mesh heads. By the way, the mesh head that I am using is a drum-tec Real Feel. It's a triple ply mesh head. It has been working great so far for me. The bass drum feel and rebound is something that I'm planning to address in a future upgrade build with regards to the triggers. But for now, we'll talk about the patch and beaters. I ordered a drum-tec and I ordered with it a drum-tec patch, which I have now burned through 2 pieces already. My first mistake was using the felt beater that comes with the pedal. Before I was using a single pedal, so this was the first pad that I was using. You can see that I already poked a hole in there. The damage was started by the felt beater. I changed it to wood beater. So this is the next beater that I tried, the Vicford Vkb2, but I found that it still kind of digs through the drum patch. This is a very good drum patch, by the way, if you're using the correct beater for it. So if you're using felt or hard rubber, maybe you will punch a hole through it. The ones that works best for this kind of drum patch, wood and plastic. If you use this Gibraltar beater, this will also punch through this. If you're planning to buy one of these, you have to get the best beater in combination with this so that it will last you a long time. This I find holds up relatively well if you're gonna use this kind of patch. But what I discovered recently is that Evans EQ patch, this kind of like Kevlar nylon patch, works really great in terms of sticking with the mesh head. So right now I'm actually in the process of replacing this with this one. I have been using one of these in my workplace. This is actually not advertised to be used for mesh heads and EDrums. So in theory, this should hold up with any type of beater that you will use. But for me, I will be using it with this Gibraltar EDrum beater. The ones that I've been using in school worked really well. The drums is practically being played about more than at least 5 hours a day for a month now, and it still looks pristine and new. I'm using a plastic beater with it. Nothing special, just a regular, those 2-sided ones. You have a small felt in front and a plastic ones behind. I just switch it around and use the plastic side as the beater. This held up. It still looks crisp and pristine with that. So I'm now gonna try and use this as my new patch. So hopefully it works well. I haven't personally tried for this kit a plastic beater, but so far I found that wooden beaters, this is a Gibraltar wood beater. If you can see, there is a mark right here. That's actually the drum patch. So you can see this is also digging in and punching a hole through that patch. With mesh heads like this, you really want to protect them. They are not easy to get, at least the good ones. So you'd really want to take care of it. So for this 2 patches, sticks on really well with the mesh heads, no problems. There isn't really any other patch that would stick on well with a mesh head. So other than this 2, as far as I know. So Evans EQ patch, Kevlar or nylon is it? I'll link it below. And the drum-tec drum patch. The material for this is more kind of like a, the old mouse pad type of thing. But the adhesive they used is a 3M, so that sticks really well with this. And the Evans doesn't say what type of materials material they are using. So I'm gonna change to this now. The drum-tec is supposed to be reusable, so I'm just gonna pull this out. Okay, stick it back here. Okay. I think this patch looks better than this giant patch. I mean, you don't really need the drum patch to be this big. So, I think this looks nicer. About the feel of the wooden beater. I've been playing with this EDrums beater from Gibraltar for quite a while now, maybe about a couple weeks, and I find that they feel a lot better. The response is better than wood beaters or even plastic beaters. That's just my personal take. I feel that with the wood beaters, there's a lot more rebound going on with this, as opposed to this rubber beater. It kind of like absorbs the energy that you give when you're playing your kick pedal. So for me, there's a slight difference in terms of feel. I'm liking how the rubber beater feels, as opposed to the wood beaters. You can also feel this, in fact, when you are playing acoustic bass drum head. That's it so far for me. With in terms of playing feel, I kind of like the feel of this rubber beater a bit more compared to the wood beaters. If I'm gonna play wood beaters, I kind of like the feel of this Vicford ones compared to the Gibraltar. This you actually have two options. So you can play it flat, like this, on the drum head, or you can play it like this, sideways, like that. I actually went for this because I was thinking it would save the drum patch if I play it like flat, like this. But turns out there's a little bit of a corner. Let me see, like kind of a lip there, corner that kind of like digs into that beater. So that's one reason I think that broke this drum patch. You'd have to be careful when choosing beater for mesh heads. Those lowboy beaters, if you can keep it on that flat side when hitting the patch and the drum head, you should be good. But the moment it twists a little bit, it kind of turns into a knife that cuts into the patch and the drum head. So you got to be careful with those, and especially those four-sided beaters, where you can choose whatever type of beater surface you want. If you accidentally twist it in the wrong position, those can actually be dangerous to your bass drum patch and your bass drum head. So yeah, that's it. I think for me this would last me a long time. Before I thought that the drum-tec drum patch was the best bass drum. What do we call this again? Felt patch? Yeah, bass drum patch. I used to think that the drum-tec bass patch was the best, so I ordered a lot of drum-tec items before, and I purposely added this, but it didn't last very long. I still want to protect my drum-tec mesh head because it cost a lot to order from drum-tec from Germany. I think they are in Germany to here, which is in Singapore. See, there's a minimum amount of order. I think it's about 70 or 80 euros if I'm not mistaken, and then the shipping fee is really not that cheap also. So I really want to take care of this mesh head. If you're on the same boat, You could try getting one of these patches and some of these beaters. They are very cheap. I will have their purchase link down below. And if you want to help this channel, please feel free to use those links. Those help a lot. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing. And yeah, see you on the next video.